I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today is January 9th. I'm Ella Grace.
And I'm Hadi. Stay tuned for news about the government shutdown, Indonesian tsunami, and a segment on News to Cure the Blues. All this and more on this week's World News Wednesday.
After an eruption of Anak Krakatau, a tsunami in Jakarta, Indonesia emerged from the sea unexpectedly, killing at least 222 people in its path. Over 1,000 people were injured according to Indonesia's disaster management agency, and 28 are unaccounted for. The reason it caused so much destruction was that there was no tsunami alert raised when it was formed, due to an agent being a volcanic eruption rather than an earthquake.
Governor Bill Haslam of Tennessee granted clemency on Monday to Centonia Brown, who was served 15 years for killing a man who had solicited her for sex when she was a sex trafficking victim at 16 years old. The governor believed that imposing a life sentence on a juvenile that would require her to serve 51 years before parole consideration was too harsh. Brown will be released to supervised parole for 10 years on August 7th at the age of 30.
Now over to Dom to talk about the government shutdown.
As of today, the federal government has been in a partial shutdown for 19 days due to the ongoing disagreement over various funding bills. As deliberation about an agreement deal continues, the effects of the shutdown have proven to be more than a political issue. According to the New York Times, if the shutdown does not end by Friday, more than 800,000 federal employees, like Secret Service agents and correction officers, will miss their paychecks. If the shutdown continues till Friday, it will be the longest in U.S. history. Though many Americans are hoping it will end soon, political experts predict that this shutdown will last until the beginning of February. Now, back to your anchors.
Thanks, Dom. In world news, the EU has placed fresh sanctions on Iran due to allegations of an assassination plot of 2 individuals performed by a unit of the Iranian intelligence agency. The Dutch foreign minister said on Tuesday that his country's secret service has strong indications that Iran was involved in the assassinations of the Dutch nationals in 2015 and 2017, who were known opponents of the Iranian regime. The sanctions placed the intelligence unit on the EU terrorist list and has frozen their financial assets.
Now stay tuned for the segment News to Cure the Blues.
Thanks, guys. In Butte County, California, Shane Grammer used the remains of his friend's house that burned up in the California wildfires to find beauty from the ashes. Using the charred remains of a fireplace, Grammer made a beautiful black and white mural of a woman. We thought it would be something great to give people a little hope because there's so much destruction everywhere, Edwards said about the mural. And while he didn't paint the mural to say anything specific, Grammer is moved by the hopeful reactions that he's heard from many. Stay tuned next week for more uplifting news like this. Back to you.
Thanks, Ella Grace. Now to school news. This Thursday after school, join the medical club in room 389 at 2:30. An EMT will be here to talk about his profession. Make sure to stop by with any questions for him. See you there.
Seniors, the senior class field trip is Senior Safari, a daytime field trip to Busch Gardens on February 27th. The cost is $80. You will receive Senior Safari permission slips through your English classes this week. Contact Ms. Diener if you have any questions.
NHS members, the January meeting is today at 1:20 p.m. in the East Cafeteria.
Juniors, there are still spots left to sign up for the free SAT tutoring course after school on Wednesdays. Visit the College and Career Center to sign up while there are still spots. Also, to those who have signed up, the course will begin today after school in the Media Center. Everyone must attend. Well, that's all our news for today. Thanks for tuning in.
Updating you in the world every week, this has been your World News Wednesday.